Traktiran, syukuran, tumpengan. Kita orang Indonesia senang kalau bisa bagi-bagi kebahagiaan buat rame-rame. Arif tuh kagum banget sama karya seniman Bali. Sayangnya, kalau lagi sepi turis, sepi juga yang beli. Ini nih, alasan dia bikin baliswalayan.com. Supaya seniman Bali bisa memasarkan karyanya ke seluruh dunia lewat internet. Hasilnya, pesanan datang terus, pendapatan nambah terus. Dengan bagi-bagi peluang, sekarang seniman Bali bisa maju rame-rame. Kalau gini kan, hidup jadi lebih tenang. Nah, kalau soal bagi-bagi rasa tenang, itu idenya Maksi. Dia punya ide untuk bagi-bagi ketenangan lewat
Relief, aplikasi yang menghubungkan orang yang memiliki permasalahan pribadi dengan psikolog profesional secara online dan private.
Lewat komunitas developer, Maksi serius banget ngembangin Relief. Udah puluhan ribu orang loh yang curhat lewat Relief. Dengan bagi-bagi ketenangan pikiran, kita jadi bebas galau dan bisa maju rame-rame. Eits, bentar. Kamu punya masalah juga?
Kok bisa? Lupa mau ngomong apa?
Jawabannya ada di Geral. Dia suka bagi-bagi informasi lewat YouTube channelnya, Kok Bisa. Jadi, pas kalian bingung dan nanya, kok bisa?
Kita cari jawabannya sampai dapat. Dan kita bikin videonya itu yang menarik dan jawabannya sederhana. Terus kita upload ke YouTube, jadi semua bisa akses dan tahu jawabannya lebih gampang.
Oh,
Gitu.
Dengan bagi-bagi informasi lewat Kok Bisa, kita jadi banyak tahu dan bisa maju rame-rame. Kalian juga bisa dibagi-bagi loh, ya nggak Bu Rina? Lewat usaha cemilannya, Bu Rina bagi-bagi keahlian buat ibu-ibu yang memiliki anak penyandang disabilitas. Mereka jadi bisa kerja sambil jaga anak. Ibu Rina jadi inspirasi buat perempuan lainnya. Karena dengan bagi-bagi keahlian, ibu-ibu jadi bisa maju rame-rame. Tuh kan, bagi-bagi itu penting banget. Karena dengan bagi-bagi informasi, peluang, ilmu, keahlian, kita jadi bisa lebih maju. Tapi nggak sendirian. Kita maju rame-rame.
Halo everyone. Selamat datang di Google for Indonesia Marketer Session. Thank you. Nama saya Randy Jusuf dan saya adalah New Managing Director dari Google Indonesia. We had a really great main keynote session this morning where we announced several key initiatives, partnerships, as well as products that will help enable Indonesians further harness the power of the internet. Mari saya berikan beberapa contoh dari 4 pilar yang kami bagi hari ini. First one, pertama, access. In addition to Google Station, we also talk about Android Go, which is an operating system with the core Google apps that are built for new smartphone users to help overcome data and storage barriers. We also talk about education or skilling. In this, we shared that in Indonesia, we have trained 110,000 developers about 2 years ahead of our original goal. And we also have trained 1 million UKMs or SMBs through our digital skilling program. What's also exciting, we also announced our goal to train another 1 million UKM by 2020. Can we get a quick round of applause for that? Thank you. On content, it is very critical that everyone has access to accurate information from trusted sources. Google.org has granted $875,000 partnering with trusted organizations to create interactive online curriculums for over 12,000 students to become agents of tolerance, pluralism, as well as positivity. We also trained 2,000 journalists, and we'll do another 3,000 through Google News initiatives to help them generate and verify more credible news. Last but certainly not least, we talk a lot about our products. We have a couple of our executives coming in from Mountain View, for example. By making our products more relevant and more for Indonesians. Let me give you a couple of examples. On search, we talk about a couple things. First, we share about the Google Go app that any of you can download now. That app has features like karaoke mode, which means search results are being read out. We also launched jobs on Google Search that make it easier for people to connect to the right opportunity for Indonesian jobs. We also spent some time to talk about assistant, making assistant more accessible and more Indonesian. For example, by giving features such as book a ride with Gojek using assistant, checking data balance with Indosat Orido, as well as narrative news in partnership with 5 of Indonesia's biggest news titles. On Maps, we share about the new feature that we provided to help people get around by providing real-time updates for buses and commuter trains. Last but not least, new Google Business School app, the GMB app. This new app will further enhance the ability for merchants and toko to connect and communicate with your customers. So therefore, in case you didn't get to attend this morning or you haven't seen it, I strongly encourage you to go to YouTube and watch the recast. So now, let's start our exciting marketer session by sharing our Year in Search report for the first time. Yuk kita sama-sama welcome Fibri untuk datang ke panggung.
Halo, selamat siang semuanya. Udah pada makan kan? Kok lemes sih? It's truly an honor for me to stand here today in front of more than 1,000 brand marketers from all over Indonesia, manage different kind of brands from different kind of industries. So welcome. Perkenalkan, nama saya Fibri. I lead the consumer marketing team in Google Indonesia. Tapi sebelum saya joining dengan Google, saya juga sudah malang melintang di dunia marketing, total lebih dari 15 tahun lamanya. Saya sempat di otomotif, sempat di FMCG, sempat di financial, bahkan sempat mencicipi marketing di dunia pendidikan. So I think it's fair for me to say that I can relate to a lot of challenges that you may have been facing. And then I'm hoping today I can share with you some key insights which hopefully can help you in building your brands in the near future. Jadi saya join dengan Google itu sekitar 3 tahun yang lalu. Dan jujur saya selalu merasa diri saya itu sebetulnya cukup gaptek. Not sure why I got accepted, I'm just very thankful for that. But what keep on amaze me every single day is how fast the landscape of digital changed the way Indonesians live on day-to-day basis. Indonesia is the biggest internet economy in the Southeast Asia and also the fastest growing one. We are now at 27 billion US dollar and will be growing to 100 billion US dollar by 2025. Pastinya hal ini memang dipengaruhi oleh cepatnya pertumbuhan penetrasi smartphone dan internet di Indonesia. We are now much more connected than ever before. Everyone now has access to more opportunities in the palm of their hands. The question is for us as a marketer, what does it mean in terms of the Indonesian behavior online? How has it changed? And why do we, as marketers, need to care about it? Kalau ada satu hal yang saya pelajari dalam 15 tahun lebih berkarir sebagai marketer, is the power of user insights. So I'm very, very happy today to tell you that for the first time this year, we have compiled many key insights based on our Google internal data, also combined with third-party sources that is specially created for brand builders like you. We call it Year in Search, Insights for Brands 2018. Saya mau tanya dulu nih di sini, siapa yang udah mampir ke sandbox kita di depan buat Year in Search? Buat yang belum, I will really recommend you to do so because it will be insightful and it will be fun. But I will spend the next 10 minutes or so talking to you more about the summary of these insights that we have been gathering for the past year. The good news, kita nanti juga akan bagikan reportnya secara hard copy di akhir sesi. So make sure you grab it on your way out. Okay? Now, kita lihat ada 5 tren yang saat ini sedang terjadi di Indonesia. These are, first, from mobile first to mobile only. Second, non-metros are going online. Third, breaking stereotypes. Fourth, curious, demanding, and impatient shoppers. And the fifth is growing cashless society. Saya akan gali satu persatu. Tren yang pertama, from mobile first to mobile only. 3-5 tahun yang lalu, mungkin kita seringnya dengar Indonesian users are mobile first, yang artinya banyak dari orang Indonesia masuk ke internet pertama kalinya itu menggunakan mobile phone. Now that trend has evolved, becoming mobile only, because our smartphone penetration amongst the online users is now at 94%. And this number is growing more than double compared to it was 5 years ago. Mungkin ini bukan berita yang baru buat kita. Tapi yang menarik adalah hal ini disebabkan oleh tumbuh kembangnya smartphone yang sangat-sangat terjangkau di Indonesia. If any of you were here this morning at our keynote, you may have heard about Wiz Phone, a feature phone dengan smartphone-like functionality yang dijual dengan harga Rp99.000 aja. Isn't it amazing? Bisa beli feature phone tapi juga punya smartphone function dengan harga sebuah martabak ukuran besar. Kenapa martabak? Because I love martabak. Tapi sekarang saya bisa beli smartphone setiap minggu dan nggak harus takut gendut atau nggak harus takut kena diabetes. I know my husband would agree with me, and I think he's one of the person in this room. So I've been listening to you. Alright. Now, dengan kemudahan akses terhadap berbagai informasi, maka para consumer kita membuat keputusan sehari-hari dengan lebih mengandalkan informasi yang mereka temukan dari smartphone. Misalnya, 7 out of 10 people actually check on their phone first before they make purchase decision. Kenapa ini penting? Because kalau semakin banyak orang yang memang mengambil keputusan berdasarkan info yang ada di smartphone mereka, it means we need to make sure we are there at the moment that matters. And then, when we talk about mobile, ternyata data kami menunjukkan bahwa 53% consumers are actually leaving a web pages kalau waktu loadnya lebih dari 3 detik. Now the bad news is, ternyata di Indonesia dibutuhkan waktu rata-rata loading itu adalah 6 detik. Is your website is one of those? Because if that's the case, then you might have been losing more than 50% of your potential shoppers. Now the question I have for you is, how about your brand? Have your user experience optimized towards mobile? Because what we need to make sure is not just to be present online at the moment that matters, but also think about mobile first. Now, tren yang kedua, non-metros going online. Banyak persepsi yang masih ada mengatakan bahwa to go digital buat marketer itu hanya kalau memang mau menjangkau konsumen yang mungkin ada di kota-kota besar, Jakarta, Bandung, Surabaya, Medan. What I'm telling you now, it is no longer the case. Our internal data is showing that search volume growth coming from the smaller cities is actually growing double than the metro cities. Kalau teman-teman di sini ada yang ingat, tahun lalu kita luncurkan aplikasi baru, namanya YouTube Go, yang memang didesain khusus untuk para pengguna yang mengalami keterbatasan dari sisi data, and many of them are living in the smaller cities. Saat ini YouTube Go sudah ada di lebih dari 140 negara di dunia dengan pengguna lebih dari 100 juta orang. But then the good news is, Indonesia is actually becoming one of the highest contributor and also the fastest growing market in the world. Tepuk tangan dong. it is something that is very, very prouding moment for us, right? Now, I would like to share a video with you. Siapa yang nggak kenal? Okay. Then I'm guessing everyone knows her. But anyway, I will let you watch a little bit of her video.
Hai guys, kembali lagi. Aku sekarang udah tanpa make up, muka yang bersih dengan make up. Dan aku udah, maaf kalau ada suara ayam. Dan aku udah isi balon ini yang tulisannya Happy Birthday. Ini dengan air dan aku akan coba. Maaf ya kalau misalnya ada ayam karena di rumahku benar ada ayam.
Okay. Don't you just love how authentic she is? Ya nggak sih? Gemes gitu nontonnya. So let me tell you a bit of story about KK. She's a girl, 23 years old, asalnya dari Nganjuk, Jawa Timur. Sekitar 2 jam dari Surabaya. I honestly had to Google first where Nganjuk is. Karena itu adalah kota yang bukan kota besar, right? Just to make sure lokasinya benar nggak nih di sini. So KK was bullied by a lot of people in her surroundings, telling her that she's fat, she's ugly, and that's when she turned into YouTube and actually started doing the impossible. She became a beauty vlogger. But KK is really representing this non-metro audience who have gone online, but beyond that, she is actually becoming the reason why other people like her also going online and even engage even more in the platform. Bahkan seorang KK bisa membuat kata kunci makeup balon jadi trending di seantero jagat Indonesia. How cool is that? Coba siapa yang udah pernah jadi ikutan searching for makeup balon? I was one of them. Anyway, so story about KK is a very good segue for me to talk to the next trend, which is breaking stereotypes. Dulu saat saya masih di FMCG, saya memegang sebuah diaper brand. That was one of my first experience, right? And then I remember my target audience definition at that time was mother, usianya 25 sampai 35 tahun, and then living the urban cities, and then economic class A and B. And that's how I basically try to create my whole marketing plan and strategy. But what the data is now saying is, actually, 1 out of 3 people that shops for diaper are male. Ini bapak-bapak nih pasti yang suka bingung depan diaper aisle mungkin ya Pak ya. I know my husband was. But anyway, imagine kalau saat ini saya masih jualan diaper dan cuma fokus kepada that demographic that I mentioned at the beginning. I may have lost 33% of my potential shoppers again, right? The same thing sama yang namanya personal care. Ternyata laki-laki zaman now 3 kali lebih tertarik untuk tahu mengenai grooming. So kesimpulannya, Indonesians are no longer carry the same stereotypes as they used to. Our consumers are evolving, and we, as marketers, need to keep up with all of these ongoing changes. But this is also mean that we need to think beyond just demographic targeting, beyond just gender, age, economic status, but really aiming for consumers who are searching for information on your category. Now, trend number 4, curious, demanding, and impatient shoppers, just like any of us in the room, I guess. Kalau kita lihat dengan perkembangan teknologi yang begitu pesat, consumers memang menjadi jauh lebih kritis, lebih pintar, dan memang lebih menggunakan informasi untuk mengambil keputusan. They compare brands, they look for detailed information about products, and find the best deals. Contohnya aja kita juga lihat, di data kita, ternyata kata review itu bertumbuh 1,4 kali lipat dalam kurun waktu 1 tahun saja. Lebih amazing lagi, ternyata kata kunci terdekat itu bertumbuh 12 kali lipat. Dan kata kunci pengiriman tercepat bertumbuh 1,4 kali lipat. It is a very clear indication that Indonesians have become much more demanding, impatient, and they want things now. Balik lagi, as marketers, it is our job to understand this kind of insights and ensure that business process yang kita miliki is designed to be seamless from end to end, dari mulai awareness, to consideration, to purchase decision. So what's next for Indonesia? The answer is trend number 5, a cashless growing society. Coba saya mau tanya lagi. Di sini siapa yang, bukan deh, lebih panik mana? Antara ketinggalan handphone apa ketinggalan dompet? Handphone. Saya sendiri lebih panik ketinggalan handphone, jujur. Kenapa? Karena insya Allah ya sebagai anak soleha masih ada yang mau minjemin uang kalau memang butuh. But kalau handphone, it has everything, tapi juga dengan handphone, it still enable me to do online transaction. Masih bisa bayar Gojek, masih bisa beli belanja online, dan lain sebagainya. Masih bisa transfer sana, transfer sini, bayar bill, everything can still be done with my handphone, right? Coming back to the fact that Indonesian is the largest internet economy in Southeast Asia, ini juga memang didorong dengan fakta bahwa e-commerce and on-demand application has been growing very rapidly in Indonesia. And the key enabler for this is digital payment solution. Seperti misalnya e-money. Apalagi memang ternyata penduduk Indonesia itu masih kurang dari 50%-nya yang memiliki bank account. So, digital money is becoming a very good solution for many people. And we also see how the consumers are eager to learn more about this digital payment solution, how it works, who are the providers, what are the benefits, how to register, how to top up, dan lain sebagainya. Kita lihat ada pertumbuhan 6 kali lipat dari digital application sejak tahun 2010. Dan kita juga lihat search volume terkait dengan e-money application itu bertumbuh sebanyak 1,5 kali lipat in 2017 alone. Artinya apa? Artinya jadi marketer juga harus memikirkan, jangan PHP. Karena apa? Saya pernah nih ngalamin kayak gini. Udah tertarik ya, terus udah gitu pengen beli, pas mau bayar, cuman bisa dikasih payment optionnya harus transfer dulu ke bank. Like, how can I complete this transaction? Kentang banget, right? So, let's try to make sure, again, we really think about this end-to-end kind of user journey for our consumers. So, to summarize, if there are 3 takeaways I want you to get from today's session, it will be this. As a marketer, let's make sure that our brand be there, be relevant, and be seamless. Tadi kita bicara mengenai bagaimana Indonesians are becoming mobile only. We also talk about ternyata banyak populasi yang di kota-kota kecil pun sudah going online. It means as a brand, we need to be there, be present for them at the moment that matters. And then we talk about being relevant. We talk about gender stereotyping that we need to break. We talk about coba berpikir beyond just demographic. So it means that we also need to make sure that our communication is designed to make sure it is relevant to the kind of people that are actually looking for our information. Last but not least, be seamless. We talk about the consumer purchase journey, how they are becoming much more demanding, impatient, and curious. Dan juga bagaimana yang namanya digital solution menjadi salah satu needs yang semakin berkembang. So let's make sure we provide them with seamless experience from end to end that will hopefully lead to a better conversion for your brand. Setelah sesi saya hari ini akan ada beberapa dari panel kami yang juga akan bicara mengenai bagaimana para brands, including their own brands, are doing things to also integrate these three things. So in the end, I hope today's session will not just excite you about the potential of online, but also inspire you on what you can do to make your brand even better and greater, and start to really make things happen. Because you know what they say, vision without action is just hallucination. Thank you semuanya.
Thank you, Fibriyani Elastria. Now coming on stage, please welcome Amit Chhangani, Head of Brand Business Google Indonesia, to share on how to expand your reach in online.
Selamat siang semua. Apa kabar? Nama saya Amit Chhangani. I head brand business in Google Indonesia. I stay in Jakarta with my wife and 2-year-old daughter, both of whom speak better Bahasa than me. The growth of internet in Indonesia has not only fueled the whole internet economy, but has also fueled where people are actually spending their whole time. Today, in Indonesia, we are seeing people are nearly spending 1 hour every day on YouTube. So the whole consuming pattern of media and people want to spend time is completely changing. So your consumers are already there, so we request you to be there. Now, when it comes to watching online video, we understood that 90% of online consumers in Indonesia have YouTube as their first choice. And that's how it's evolving and growing every day. In last 12 months, we have seen exponential growth coming on YouTube. Today, we have 74 million users who come on YouTube every month. That means it has grown 50% compared to last year. That also means we have grown 5 Singapore and 1 Australia in 1 year. Not only the reach is now 74 million, it also means that YouTube now is among the top 3 television stations in Indonesia. That's how incredible the whole growth has been. Now, as you would have heard, Fibri spoke about the YouTube Go launch. YouTube is not only about the data consumers, it's also now for consumers who are more sensitive when it comes to data. It also gets consumers who work in less formal sectors and also come from non-metro cities in places like Sukabumi and Malang. So we are going all out in Indonesia, going to every city where we can reach all the consumers. And we continue to invest in this feature, completely going ahead as well. So YouTube will become the first choice of you and everyone in Indonesia every day. Now, what makes YouTube so special? It's the content, right? Now, in 2016, 2017, we made dedicated efforts to go really local in Indonesia. And we put all our efforts and all our energy behind it, because YouTube is all about local creators. We can happy to tell you that in 2016, we had only 2 local creators on YouTube. In 2017, we had 20 local creators on YouTube who had more than 1 million subscribers. So we really grew 10x in 1 year alone. But that was not alone. We kept staying ahead, we kept investing. We can happily tell you today that ending 2018, we have close to 130 creators on YouTube who have more than 1 million subscribers. What exactly is driving this whole growth? There are various partners and creators who come online and fuel their content on YouTube every day. Today, the largest TV partners in Indonesia have all their content on YouTube in various forms. You can actually watch, if you miss Cinta Halilang on television, you can come and watch the whole reruns on YouTube completely. So that's how YouTube is growing. So not only TV partners, the second thing which has been coming in is the large events that are coming on YouTube. This year was very, very special for Indonesia. We saw the Asian Games happening in Jakarta and Palembang. I was one of them. I went with my whole family to watch the opening ceremony. The opening ceremony was live on YouTube, along with all the highlights and even the closing ceremony. Not only that, we also had highlights of the whole 2018 World Cup on YouTube. And they are still there. You can go and watch all the games that you missed. Not only the sporting events, we went one step ahead. We are also going to be having all the major leagues of football on YouTube from now on till the mid of next year. So all the action that you're missing on football is everything available on YouTube now. Going a step ahead, now the all famous TV personalities, Najwa, Rafi, and Nagita, they all have started their own television, all YouTube channels now. So all your favorite content which you are missing out has completely come on YouTube in its entirety. So not only reach, but the content, both has everything gone local and has grown really, really well. Speaking of that, we went across different countries and partnered with various our advertisers and different places, and especially with Kantar Milward Brown, and conducted few studies across on how this impact is actually coming in and can impact your brands and going into the lives of consumers. So without further ado, let me welcome Kelvin, the country manager of Kantar Milward Brown, to take you through that.
Thanks, Amit. Thank you. Thank you, Amit. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Good, good, good. Right, before I start, my name's Kelvin Jin. I'm the lead for Kantar Milward Brown, Indonesia. Before we start as well, I want to talk to you about Kantar Milward Brown and what we do. We're a brand and communications research and consultancy company. We specialize in media. So it's really great to be here. I can see a few friends, ex-colleagues, colleagues, and clients here, so it's fantastic. But the other good thing about it is I can show you some of the great work that we do at Milward Brown. Before we start, I just want to show you a couple of little things. And these things look a little bit obvious. And when I talk about consumption of online video content, and we can see that it's growing really fast. I mean, if we look across SEA, Southeast Asia, we can see that content is growing phenomenally. This is 2016 data, but if I show you 2017, you can see the difference between 16 and 17, and it's decreasing a lot. So before, the difference is quite significant. Now it's 23 to 31%. So high online viewing is growing at a staggering rate. Okay. What I want to talk to you next is about the type of work that we did. And at Kantar Milward Brown, we work on quite a lot of campaigns. Okay, we work on campaigns that measure the performance of different media. Okay, so it's really important for us to quantify some of that online movement. So if you're doing a video ad, whether it be on TV, YouTube, wherever, it's typically we measure a lot of that work. So on this slide here, I just want to show you that typically we've done quite a lot of this work in terms of that measurement. What we're going to do is do a meta-analysis of about 42 campaigns that were done across Southeast Asia. Most of that work was done in Indonesia. So about half of these were done in Indonesia, which is fantastic. So cross-media, as I was saying, is a proven technique that looks at certain media touch points. And it looks at the return on investment on each of those based on different metrics. Now, those metrics I'll talk to you a little bit later on. Okay? As I said, half of these were done in Indonesia. 32 of those studies were CPG or FMCG type, but obviously there's other types of work in there as well, so e-commerce, telcos, finance, automotive. And what is a common thread across all these campaigns is that 90% of them have some sort of video content. So it's either TV or YouTube. Okay, so therefore we're specifically able to look at TV, YouTube for this study. Okay, now I talked about metrics before. So when we talk about measurement, we typically look at some key things that drive a campaign. These are generally reach, so that's either campaign reach and frequency of exposure. It can be some sort of brand impact. And when I say brand impact, there's lots of different measures around brand impact. Some of them could be general awareness, do people aware of you? Consideration, purchase intention, do I want to buy you? Then also there's other measures that some of the brand owners want. So there could be a rational or an emotional association. So you want to get across a message, like Heineken may want to get over international quality. So what we're looking at is, and the last one, sorry, is synergies. So when I say synergies up here, we're talking about within the different media. So is there a crossover? Is TV and YouTube crossing over? So the results. I think the first thing I want to talk about is YouTube's average campaign reach growth is 90% over the last 4 years. So it's grown from 25% to now 47%. TV, on the other hand, has been relatively flat over the last few years at about 80 to 83%. So there's a very high growth for YouTube, as we see that the share of campaign is still quite low. So it's gone from 8 to 11%, even though there's been a high growth in that reach. So if you're on YouTube, if you're advertising on YouTube, you're getting a much bigger bang for your buck, so to speak. Now, if we were to specifically look over the last 2 years, YouTube has been able to add about 8% additional reach, okay, above that of TV. The good news, though, and the further good news, is that I showed you a few slides before that light users is growing quite a lot. Okay, so light TV or non-TV viewership. I don't know about some of you, but my TV viewership has gone down quite significantly over the last few years. But if you see what YouTube does, it's able to pick up those light or non-users, so they're able to get some of that viewership that you wouldn't have typically got before. What we also see is there's a growing reach of YouTube. It's also made it a lot more efficient video platform. And if you look at the 42 campaigns that we tested, YouTube is 2 times more efficient than TV at reaching audiences. Now, the calculation here is, and I'll, bear with me for a moment. I'm just going to do a little bit of mathematics with you. If we look at TV, 46% of the investment is on TV. Typically, you get about, from that 46%, you get about 80% reach, okay? While on YouTube, it's typically a 10% investment, and of that 10% investment, you get a 35% reach. So if you look at the numbers, I think we can all do the maths here. YouTube has a bigger weight in terms of getting that reach, for that, especially against the spend that's been currently delivered. Now, YouTube delivers also a lot of strong brand return on investments compared to TV. So if we look at some key measurements here, if you look at awareness, YouTube delivers 1.3 times more than TV. Associations, and I talked about associations a bit before, rational, emotional, messages, etc. If you look at associations, it's 1.5 times more. If you look at purchase intent, which is one of the hard levers to shift, YouTube actually gets 1.6 times purchase intent. Now, I suppose when I looked at that data, I shouldn't have been too surprised, because if you think about YouTube, it's a much more step forward and look at medium, whereas its TV tends to be a little bit more passive. You turn it on, you could, feed the cat, walk the dog, talk to your kids, whatever it may be, but it tends to be a little bit more passive. So it's not surprising that those sort of measures are quite high. Now, when you look at how brands have used YouTube, those campaigns that have had a higher frequency of exposure per week show higher lift in net purchase intent. And this is just one example here. These results are very similar across awareness, across association scores as well. So there is a big impact in terms of the number of times that you show something on YouTube. And when we talk about synergy, when we look at the campaigns that had 8 or more weeks on air on YouTube, showed a higher impact across brand metrics compared to those campaigns that had YouTube for lesser number of weeks. So of the last 4 years, while YouTube has had an incremental reach over TV, there is another phenomenon that we should be aware of, the increasing overlap between TV and YouTube. So campaigns with 8 or more number of weeks on YouTube show a higher brand impact compared to those campaigns which had YouTube for a lesser number of weeks. So there's 2 synergies here if we look about the overlap. And some people think synergies is a bad thing, but synergies are good for a number of reasons. First, there's reach overlap. So if we ensure that people see ads on both the platforms, and that's a good thing. So if we see here, we see a 37% overlap between TV and YouTube. Now, that's really good for us because the second thing is creative synergies. Now, between TV and YouTube ads, if we are able to connect the same message across the platforms, we can actually amplify the impact. Okay, creative synergy is important to drive that higher brand impact. So if you look here, if you see on the left-hand side, there's non-integrated ads. And if you look on the other side, we see high integration. If we look on integrated, made for web, if you are able to integrate, if you are able to design something for YouTube and design something specifically for TV, so we're not cutting and pasting a TV and add onto YouTube. That's the worst thing we can do. But if we can somehow design something that's customized for YouTube, that's customized for TV, and have that high integration, we actually see a 67% higher impact compared to those that were non-integrated. So I've gone to leave you with 4 key things before I leave you, and just sort of a little recap in terms of what I want to tell you. The first thing is, 1, YouTube gives you up to 8% incremental reach, and it's better for those non and light TV viewers, which are growing at a staggering rate. The second point is YouTube is 2 times more efficient in getting reach. So you're getting, as I was saying, I say it again and again and again, you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. 3, with at least 1 exposure per week on YouTube, you get back 1.5 return on investment versus TV. And the 4th point, integrated campaigns that are customized with creative leads to a 67% higher impact. So it's vital that you get that synergy right. Now, I want to leave you with a thought. Now, it's really time to scale up your YouTube reach, because it's really important. We do have an expectation that YouTube is just going to continue to grow, video content is continue to be watched, and it's going to exceed that of TV in the short term. So my last couple of points, if you're going back to your office, if you're thinking about what I'm going to do in 2019, I'm going to have something on YouTube. These are 3 things that I want you to consider, which I think are very, very important. 1, plan for at least 40% reach. 2, plan for at least 1 exposure per week. And the third point, which relates really tightly to synergies between TV and YouTube, have equal weeks alongside your TV. If they are parallel together, if they are matched together, it's a very powerful tool. Thank you very much. I hope you thought that was insightful.
Thank you, Kelvin. Ladies and gentlemen, with YouTube, it's not only businesses that are tapping into the opportunity for reach, but also traditional music artists now have a new platform to express their creativity that can be enjoyed by users in both metro and non-metro cities. Today, we have a music genre called the modern qasida that has successfully caught the interest of younger viewers. And in fact, some of the top advertisers have decided to work together with these new artists to better connect with their audience. Nida is a modern qasida group started in 1983 in Semarang, and Nida has been using YouTube as a creative platform and to also interact with their fans. And in late 2017, Nida went viral with their song called YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause and a very warm welcome for Nida.
Canggihnya teknologi saat ini membuat orang-orang lupa diri. Dari Google hingga situs YouTube, dari yang seru sampai yang lucu. Situs YouTube banyak menyediakan film, klip musik hingga lip-syncan. YouTube sudah sangat populer, tidak asing bagi netizen. Canggihnya teknologi saat ini membuat orang-orang lupa diri. Dari Google hingga situs YouTube, terus sampai yang lucu. Situs YouTube banyak menyediakan film, klip musik hingga lip-singan. YouTube sudah sangat populer, tidak asing bagi netizen.
Wow, what a performance. Thank you, Nida Ria. And now let's welcome back Amit Chhangani to the stage, where he will be sharing on how to target beyond demographics to drive action. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Amit Chhangani.
What a wonderful performance. I'm sure one day we'll play Kuch Kuch Hota Hai here as well. Next, we are going to share how you can be more relevant to your target audience. Having massive reach, as we spoke before, is really, really critical and fundamental. But all brands, after the awareness and the large C scales, they look at conversions, and now they're even looking at sale level even. Let's look 10, 15 years back, and I can relate to it so very well because it's been around 15 years for me selling digital advertising. What you could do 10, 15 years ago is that play a large, make a great TV commercial, play it on TV, or make a brilliant print ad and have it all on newspapers, spend a lot of money, and expect that my target consumer would have read it, or maybe even would walk into the stores and buy my product. Things have really changed today. Exactly 10, 15 years later today, the same consumer is completely connected to different touch points. The same consumer is not only searching on mobile, they're watching for review videos on YouTube, are even searching for different locations, dealers, stores, on maps, and searching for everything that they want to make and want to have before making a purchase decision. So these movements become much more critical, and these are the signals with around close to 7 properties that Google has with more than 1 billion. These signals we get to make those things more relevant and your campaigns much more better. These signals come from search queries, video reviews that you watch, and even sometimes the smart watches that you use. Now, let's look at a journey of a car buyer, let's say in Indonesia, right? Let's say 10, 11, 15 years ago, you would make a great TV commercial as we spoke, have a great print advertisement, have it on all the newspapers, spends millions, and expect that maybe my consumer would have seen it, and maybe even would walk into a dealer. exactly today, the user has completely changed. Today, he or she is going online, searching for reviews, watching what color of the car that they want to buy. Even they look at videos on the interiors of the cars. And before even making any decision, they check with their friends and everything. Even it has gone one step ahead. When they're watching a new car on the road, just passerby or something, they just open Google search and start searching which car was that, how much is the price of that car, what exactly is this car about. So these movements become much more critical for you. Today, across Google properties, we can tell you that beyond your demo and everything, there are 30 million car buyers in Indonesia who are looking to buy cars. So it's time that all the car buyers or all the car auto marketeers should look at these kind of signals much more deeply. This is how you actually make your whole communication more relevant and much more closer to the consumer. Not only that, this is the time when you actually make your creatives much more relevant for the things that they're doing online. And you can actually do that with different products that Google has got today. Hence, the things that we have now seen, that campaigns which run included with these signals and made more relevant for the users and consumers online, see 30% higher consideration lift. And it goes beyond. It shows 40% higher purchase lift or purchase lift intent. This is how we are intent, and we urge our marketers to start looking at campaigns. Whenever you go back and start planning your campaign, you should look that I reach my demo and I've seen a large reach to all the consumers that I've shown my product to. But there's a very large audience which is present, which is actually in market and looking to buy these kind of products. And by not reaching out to them, you are actually missing out on those moments where you can actually make a sale or have a very, very high purchase intent with all of them. So making both these things together and bringing them on digital becomes equally very, very critical. So you should start looking at your campaigns much more deeply and more beyond. Now, our next speaker, Elvira Jakub, who is Indonesia's marketing director at Samsung, will speak to you how they have used the relevancy of this data into their campaigns through and through. Elvira, up to you.
Hi, thank you, Amit, and hi, everyone. It's great to be here and learn something new every year. So, as introduced by Amit, my name is Elvira. This is my 7th year in Samsung Indonesia, and it's been a great, wonderful journey for me to be in Samsung and understand and see how consumer evolves every year. And I think as a marketers, we have been exposed with so many information about the penetration of digital. It's wide, it's, especially on mobile, how mobile devices now becoming the widest medium that can reach our audiences. But now, we know even more. We know that how consumer behaves on their mobile phone and how each marketing action was done on mobile devices. And that information now changing how we behave as marketer. So in the past, we always plan traditional media separately with digital. But then we slowly allocate media budget differently by start seeing both TV and mobile screen as one. In Samsung, we call it screen neutral planning. So screen neutral planning brings way better result, and it sees media from consumer point of view. So it's no longer, TV only, digital only. Now it's become one because the consumer is actually one, right? It shows us how mobile media like YouTube contributes significantly to the total reach of our campaign. So I can say that now we reach 70% people in YouTube on a monthly basis, or I can say that 7 out of 10 Indonesian who consume YouTube have seen our Samsung ads. Sounds expensive? No, actually it's not. There's a secret behind it. But again, this was not always the case. When it comes to the other business like consumer electronics, we still rely so much on offline. The signal of people who intend to purchase electronic goods was not as strong as people who search for mobile devices. You cannot find a lot of, refrigerator reviews more on YouTube rather than, mobile phone reviews, right? So today, I'm going to share one successful campaign that we did for non-smartphone category. where YouTube has helped us to drive great results beyond reach. Okay. As most of you know in this room, at the end of the day that we care about is sales conversion. You know, spending so much on online video, at the end, the CFO will ask, okay, how much conversion that I will get, right? In addition to reach, as you heard earlier as well, we now know that YouTube can be used for conversion as well, right? So let me tell you one campaign that we did for Twin Cooling Plus. At that time, the business challenge was how to drive consumer action leading to incremental sales using only one video. So we got, you know, limited assets at the time, only one video that we have. So for your context, Samsung Home Appliances had only used YouTube only to drive brand awareness. So this time, we try to use TrueView for action with in-market audience targeting. So what is this in-market audience targeting? It's defining a group of people who already have the intention to buy a fridge. So you go more to the lower funnel, right? So they have either search on Google search or search something on YouTube related to the fridge, visit e-commerce site, or any other relevant site. So then we tested against the regular demographic audience targeting, you know, the regular one like age, you know, gender, those kind of things. So we call it the demographic kind of targeting. So we compare between these two in-market audience targeting and then the demographic targeting. And then the experiment ran for 1 month in Indonesia with equal budget split across these two groups. This is how the campaign goes. So we find in-market audience who show intent to buy a fridge or in searching for relevant content to our campaign. Right? For example, when someone is searching for how to make a panna cotta, you have no idea a lot of, you know, panna cotta recipe on YouTube. So this is, you know, a very nice dessert that I like. And why we choose how to make a panna cotta, not how to make a nasi goreng, because I think the fridge ad will go smoothly with the panna cotta rather than nasi goreng. Then you will then see some videos will be shown related to this content, like this, and then the ads will appear right before the video is playing, and then when user clicks, if you see there's a buy button, beli button, it will drive them to our landing page where they can find out more about the fridge. Right? This is the landing page. And then once they go around they browse around the landing page, and then they will go and see which product that they, you know, interested in. And then here, the example of product, and then the model that they choose. And there will be like a pop-up page where they can choose whether they want to go buy online or beli di toko. So beli di toko, usually we've showcased like a list of store available in Indonesia nearby, yeah. And then this buy now button, it's actually the one that we define as one conversion, right? So what was the result? So YouTube TrueView for Action campaign using in-market audience actually drive 291% higher traffic to our Samsung landing page, and it achieved 14 times incremental conversion compared to generic demographic audience. So you see, if we got a right targeting, you know, great content and great product, it's actually drive great results as well. So after seeing the impact, we consider YouTube for Action as hygiene feature across our other campaign. So let me show you a campaign we did for Galaxy J6 Plus. So we want to drive people to show that their intent by clicking on the buy now button, which is under the video. Let's see the video. So, and then we also use it, we stretch it even more. So we use it for a pre-order of Galaxy S7. So this one, it's even more challenging. You know what? Because during pre-order, people, they don't have time to, they don't have a chance to touch and feel the product. So we just play this video, and then ask them to buy the product. Okay, I'll show you the video.
Capture life differently with Samsung Galaxy A7.
The pre-order button goes to the landing page where they can buy right away, and it's sold out within 7 days. And ini bukan smartphone goib ya, so it's real sales. And I think so. What do we learn from these cases? I think now we see that. As a marketer, we always ask, what is the effectiveness of digital marketing, right? From this case study, we know that YouTube can go beyond reach, and it can also increase consumer action, especially when using in market audience to target the relevant users. Thank you for having me here, and enjoy your day.
Thank you, Elvira. And let's welcome our next speaker, Madeline de Guzman, Head of E-Commerce and Travel Business, Google Indonesia, to share on the importance of consolidating the consumer purchase journey.
Salamat sore semuanya. Apa kabar? I'm Madeline de Guzman. As was previously mentioned, I'm an industry head for Google Indonesia. Kamarin, Fibri actually shared about how consumers are becoming more curious, more demanding, and very impatient. So today, allow me to share a bit about how can you actually be relevant and still be seamless from going offline to online. So let's all imagine, everybody has experienced this macet di Jakarta, yeah? Imagine you're on your way to Puncak. Mau makan, mau minum. I'm so dizzy from hunger already. I see an Alfamart, an Indomaret. I immediately am able to get down from the car and buy something. This just truly shows that experiences will just take moments from action to conversion. And I will be discussing that today. So earlier, we were talking about that daily searches have actually increased. And it has been growing like 20%. Reminder, yeah, nanti ada yang foto-foto. Please make sure I'm in the photo, yeah? And that 60% of the Indonesians are actually like using Google search for their Google shopping. Earlier, we have seen that connected consumers are 1.5 times more than non-connected consumers. It's been a year that Google actually launched Google Shopping in Indonesia, and it has grown 10 times more than expected. This is better than India, this is better than Brazil. So Indonesia is like way up there. Tepok tangan dong, buat Indonesia. This is something that we should be proud of. As brands, we're all great at reaching the right audiences. But what are we saying to these people? And how? So let's go through that, right? Offline experiences have become very similar to the offline world. We all go out of the house with our handsets. I'm sure nobody in this room has actually left their home without holding a handset, right? And Smart Shopping Campaign is the enabler to move from thought to conversion. Remember, thought to conversion, and it enables marketers to maximize conversion value by reaching customers across Google products. Let's take an example. So, how do we buy shoes? We go offline, look for the shoes that we like, choose the color, choose the size, try it on. We buy it, right? So, Smart Shopping Campaign provides all these information with a click of your handset. You can choose based on the color, the price, and even reviews that you will see with minimum effort on the retailer side. So what does it mean for brands? At Google, our aim is to be really seamless. Conversion happens when we are able to obtain shoppers with minimum time and minimum effort. We use machine learning with the best possible practices and opportunity to analyze billions of signals to match your product offering with the right audience. Welcome to this new world where you don't have to create separate campaigns with different channels. You don't have to create something for YouTube, Gmail. Everything is going to be simple. Imagine how much time and effort that everybody in this room can actually save. So again, jangan lupa ya, the best customer experience is seamless. It's for everybody. If you're a brand, a retailer, a department store, an e-commerce, or even an UKM. This is your opportunity not just to ride the wave, but to be front and center and to be actually driving simple, easy, and delightful customer experience. At Google, we are with you every step of the way. So this just ends my session, and please don't let me talk through it. And I want to invite one of our friends, Fajrin from Bukalapak, who's the president, and he actually experienced Google shopping at its best. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Mets, by the way. Sore semuanya. Nama saya Fajrin, co-founder and also president of Bukalapak. Thanks also for Google for having me here. And but first, what is Bukalapak, right? People know us as an e-commerce company, obviously, but we're much more than that. Mungkin kalau ada yang tahu juga, kita belakangan juga actually partner with hundreds of thousands of warungs across Indonesia. Kita sekarang punya 400.000 warung di seluruh Indonesia. So we're actually a technology company. We're a technology company with a mission of empowering Indonesian economy, especially SMEs. So we believe that within each of our millions of transactions, there are hope and happiness that transcends millions of dreams that these SMEs have within Bukalapak. So the goal of Bukalapak is always helping the SMEs, whether it's online, offline, wherever they might be. We started Bukalapak around 2010. Three of us, Zaki, Nugroho, and myself, dari ruko kos-kosan kecil di pinggiran Jakarta, belum lama setelah lulus dari kampus di ITB. Why we started Bukalapak is because this is the business that we know, right? Kita kebetulan backgroundnya dari computer science, tiga-tiganya, so we were engineers ourselves. Not anymore, obviously, but that's who we were back then. At the time, after 1 or 2 months, we finally were able to get about 5 merchants joining our platform. But we grew in 2011. In terms of the company size, we recruit more people, 5 employees, and we have 10,000 SMEs joining our cause. And now in 2018, kita sekarang sudah memiliki 4 juta pelapak yang terhubung dengan 50 juta pengguna Bukalapak. Dan tadi saya sampaikan juga, kita sekarang juga bekerja sama dengan 400.000 lebih warung tradisional di seluruh Indonesia seperti yang terlihat di sini. Now, you heard Matt talk about seamless experiences. This is very important for e-commerce because we don't want people to just come to our website or apps and not doing anything, not purchasing anything, right? So providing right products to the right users has always been our biggest business challenge. This is even more critical for us, for Bukalapak, karena kita memiliki lebih dari 110 juta produk We have 110 million products across many categories inside Bukalapak. We are focused on how to bring value to our merchants, right? How to bring value of Bukalapak to the sellers so they can have more sales inside the platform. Initially, we invest across several digital marketing channels to drive revenue for the platform and hence for the merchants. We have about 20 people in our digital marketing team. Mereka setiap saat melihat berbagai signal, berbagai channels digital, and then constantly improve, constantly planning, implementing, to optimizing for every campaigns for each of the channels, right? So for each of the channels, they have to do it manually in each of these channels. Like search, display, YouTube, and so on. Each has to be done manually for each of the channels. Now, recently, Google offered us what they called Smart Shopping Campaign. So kita dapat kesempatan untuk mencoba Smart Shopping Campaigns yang menggunakan machine learning untuk, automate stuff, right? Creatives-nya, audience reach, targeting, and bidding. So it can drive specific business objectives like revenues, and for us, we also care about new customers. These Smart Shopping Campaigns specifically allow us to target all of the channels, like search, display, and YouTube, all in one go. Jadi sekaligus, instead of masing-masing individually, itu bisa kita lakukan dalam satu campaign secara sekaligus. So here's a short video about our success on Smart Shopping Campaign. We created Bukalapak as online marketplace that help Indonesian merchants to come online and reach more customers across the country. With product catalog as fast as ours, connecting the right people with the right product at the right time has always been a challenge. We have a lot of people coming to our website and not leaving without making a purchase. And it's a waste for everyone. It's a waste for the customers. It's a waste for the business. So we wanted to help them find the products that they need when they need it. That would mean more efficient ad spending and higher return on ad spending, because it shows how many connections that we're able to make between the product and the customers.
When Google approached us for Smart Shopping, to test their Smart Shopping campaigns, we were really excited. What we wanted to do was be able to reach all of our high-value customers through search, display, and YouTube, and leveraging Google's Smart Shopping campaigns with their machine learning algorithms enable us to do just that. So what this meant was that we were able to serve over 40 million products through multiple channels, and we were really able to optimize our return on ad spend through these Smart Shopping campaigns. Driving relevance at this scale is not something we've been able to do before. Our return on ad spend was 5 times more than any campaign we've ever run. This helped us drive 4 times the conversions and a 300% growth in conversion value, leading to 2.5 times more new customers on our marketplace. In the past, when we had to run these campaigns individually, it was very difficult for our teams to see things holistically, and that would take a lot of work on our end. Having everything together in one campaign and being able to harness Google Smart Shopping really helps cut down the workload of our team. Google helps us optimize that instead of us having to manually do that.
If we look at statistics like return on ad spending, it's not just about number. It represents millions of merchants who are helped by our platform, and we cannot let them down. So as you see, the results were phenomenal. The Smart Shopping campaign helped us to increase this conversion 4 kali lipat. And in terms of the value, conversion value, 300% growth. And kita juga dapat 2,5 kali lipat lebih banyak new customers in our platforms. So automation ini membuat kita itu lebih mudah atau lebih fokus untuk memikirkan ke depan sebenarnya long-term growth company ini seperti apa. Daripada kita harus berpikir, oke, bagaimana kita harus optimize atau implement campaign A, campaign B, dan semacamnya. So this is really helpful for the company and especially for the leadership team as well. The business itself, our business has grown multifold last year. transaction value kita grow 304%. In terms of the value or GMV, 234%. And in terms of the merchants, also increased by 68% last year. Now we are officially one of the biggest unicorns in Southeast Asia. And we continue to work with the Google team, which we believe is a strategic partner in helping us drive this growth. And as I mentioned that kita di Bukalapak jadinya bisa lebih banyak berpikir untuk bagaimana sih sebenarnya fokus growth business ke depannya, and let the team, let the partners, think more about efficiency and improvement of the efficiency from our campaigns. Last but not least, I think this is the era of what I call a convergence, a digital convergence, where everyone can become, so to say, competitors with everyone. The boundary of the business becomes blurred. So Bukalapak is no longer e-commerce. Google is not just search engine, for example, and I believe everyone in this room has also experienced that kind of thing, right? What is your business? Probably you have to redefine your business. So in this kind of era, I believe that we shouldn't focus on the competition part, but let's focus on the collaboration part. And that's why, thank you so much for having me here. I hope we can continue to collaborate with Google and also for everyone as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fajrin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our guest speaker, Najwa Shihab, to share on her journey in engaging her audience through creating relevant content.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang teman-teman. Senang sekali bisa ada di sini. Saya ingat tahun lalu, saya duduk di belakang, baru jadi YouTuber waktu itu, dan sempat berpikir dalam hati kapan ya kira-kira ada di atas panggung. Dan tahun ini terima kasih Google sudah mengundang dan memberi kesempatan untuk bercerita apa pengalaman kami selama setahun terakhir jadi YouTuber. Saya mau memamerkan ini. Kok belum keluar ya? Kalau di TV bisa bilang akan kembali setelah pesan-pesan, tapi ini nggak bisa. Perlu saya klik lagi? Belum keluar juga? Sekali lagi. Sekali lagi. Bukan berarti pilih nomor 1 ya. Sekarang serba salah, ngomong 1 atau 2. It doesn't work. Boleh dibantu? Pencetnya ya. Ini dia. Ini yang mau dipamerkan. Percayalah, rambut ini sangat kekinian pada zamannya. Saya jadi jurnalis sejak tahun 2000. Itu pekerjaan satu-satunya yang saya tahu. Sejak bahkan saya sebelum lulus kampus. 18 tahun yang lalu. Dan ini tahun lalu, zaman berubah, bukan hanya rambut yang berubah alhamdulillah, tapi zaman berubah, cara kita mengkonsumsi media juga berubah. Karenanya kami sebagai jurnalis yang menyediakan informasi juga harus berubah. Cara bertutur, cara bercerita harus berubah agar tepat dan relevan untuk semua platform. Karenanya tahun lalu saya dan 2 orang rekan, Katarina Davi dan Dahlia Citra yang sudah memfilmkan dari tadi, kami membentuk narasi.tv. Rumah yang cita-cita besarnya adalah menjadi wadah untuk konten yang penting, relevan, orisinil, yang bisa menggerakkan dan mencerdaskan. Itu visi dan misi besar kami. Dan kami memulainya dengan sederhana. Konten pertama yang kami bikin di YouTube adalah karena bisanya wawancara orang, jadi kontennya catatan Najwa, program bincang-bincang. Dan ketika itu prinsipnya harus sama. Mau tayang di TV, mau tayang di YouTube, harus eksklusif, harus berarti, harus membawa dampak. Dan kami beruntung karena dapat kesempatan untuk wawancara beragam orang, beragam narasumber, wawancara eksklusif dan pertama. Ini eksklusif dan pertama ketika itu. Dengan Pak Jarod yang waktu itu tidak mau diwawancara dimanapun kecuali di YouTube. Dan Pak Mahfud MD ketika itu masih berharap jadi wakil presiden dan hampir jadi wakil presiden. Betapa zaman berubah. Tetapi itu konten pertama yang kami bikin. Dan kami luar biasa gembira dan agak kaget. Mau loh orang-orang ini eksklusif hanya muncul di YouTube. Dari mulai David Beckham, Anggun, sampai tadi orang-orang yang mungkin saja punya banyak pilihan untuk muncul di platform yang lain. Itu tahun lalu kami buat di narasi.tv dan selama setahun ini kami mencoba bereksperimen dan membuat beragam konten. Saat ini tepat setahun bukan hanya ada 1 program, tapi sudah ada 11 program. Dan ya, Mata Najwa, kami produksi di narasi.tv, tayang setiap Rabu jam 8 malam di Trans 7, bagi yang belum tahu. Dan ini program-program lain yang kami buat, Buka Buku, Dua Bujang, kami berkolaborasi dengan Tompi dan Glenn untuk bikin talk show, kami berkolaborasi dengan Dua Bujang, ada podcaster penyiar radio Prambos yang sangat kekinian, kami buatkan konten. Jadi total selama setahun sudah ada 11 program, dan bukan hanya program bincang-bincang, tapi juga program investigasi dan dokumenter. Sesuatu yang sebetulnya sangat jarang sekarang mendapatkan tempat di media lain, karena bikin program investigasi itu mahal. Investasi waktu, investasi alat, investasi orang, karena butuh wartawan yang punya jejaring dan skill untuk mau membuat orang lain bicara apa adanya tanpa ditutupi. Tapi itu kami lakukan dan platformnya di YouTube. Ini contoh program investigasi kami eksklusif hanya di narasi.tv yang platformnya YouTube.
Berapa bulan? Hah? Juta. Kan gua dapetnya di mana? Oh di sini. Jam 4. Banyak banget, ribuan orang kali. Yang pakai ribuan orang bang. Barang nggak ada habis-habisnya sana. Karena udah ada pemasok kayak gitu. Di situ di kamar. Oke. Udah disediain alat semua lengkap.
Ya, itu konten investigasi yang kami lakukan. Dan saya dan teman-teman di narasi.tv belajar banyak. Bereksperimen bagaimana menghasilkan high quality content dalam platform yang berbeda digital. Sebagian besar dari kami, founder narasi.tv, semuanya memang jurnalis TV, kami belajar bagaimana membuat konten yang berbeda. Karena tadi seperti teman-teman dengarkan di berbagai presentasi, bukan hanya sesimpel membuat program seperti di TV, kemudian memotong-motongnya dan meletakkannya atau menguploadkannya ke YouTube. Dan kami sangat terbantu dengan Google Analytics yang bisa membaca dan memberikan insight siapa sebetulnya audiens kami. Apa behaviornya, bukan hanya sebatas demografi tapi apa interestnya, dan mereka akan tertarik dengan kemasan yang seperti apa. Selama setahun kami mencoba bereksperimen dan saya ingin tunjukkan satu contoh konten dan kemasan yang kami buat berdasarkan spesifik Google Analytics yang kami peroleh. Halo, Assalamualaikum. Ini Najwa dan saya sudah bersama
Yang Habibi.
Eyang Habibi. Ini dari Linda Setio, Eyang. Actually, I have posted the question through Facebook. I still have some curiosity. Okay. How can I manage my feeling to my ex? Kata kids zaman now nih, terjebak nostalgia dan susah move on, alias pengabdi mantan. Mohon dicerahkan, matur suwun. Ada yang pengabdi mantan, Eyang?
Tiap mantan bukan jodoh. Yang ditujukan oleh Tuhan yang Maha Esa ada jodohnya.
Oke. Jadi mantan itu bukan jodoh. Kalau memang jodoh, namanya bukan mantan. Jadi kalau belum ketemu jodoh, lupakanlah mantan. Begitu ya, Eyang? Siap. karena audience di YouTube Najwa dan di Narasi.tv banyak anak muda, interestnya terhadap percintaan sangat tinggi. Kita tahu Eyang Habibie adalah salah seorang yang diidolakan, terutama karena kisah cintanya dengan Habibie Ainun. Jadi interaksi itu kami lakukan, dan videonya hitsnya lumayan dan sempat viral kemana-mana, terutama soal yang mantan tadi. Selain Google Analytics, selain membantu kami untuk membuat konten yang spesifik terhadap audiens kami, juga membantu untuk engagement, berinteraksi. 17 tahun di TV saya terbiasa satu arah. What you see is what you get, and that's it. Tayang, selesai tayang, sudah selesai. Tapi YouTube, platform digital memungkinkan kami untuk mencari tahu apa sih yang mereka butuhkan, isunya seperti apa, dan bagaimana mengemas itu. Dan salah satu program yang kami ciptakan, berdasarkan kemungkinan untuk engagement yang tinggi itu adalah program ini. Shihab dan Shihab. Sekali lagi, target audience kami spesifik generasi milenial, anak muda, yang punya kehausan terhadap Islam yang menyejukkan. Islam rahmatan lil alamin. Yang kalau kita bicara dunia digital, terkadang konten-konten itu sulit ditemukan. Kebutuhan itu ada, dan kami spesifik merancang konten ini yang memungkinkan netizen bertanya apapun tanpa sensor. Mulai dari apakah betul bumi itu datar? Atau apakah jodoh itu dijemput atau ditunggu? Dijemput, by the way. Bukan ditunggu. Atau hal-hal sensitif yang ramai di dunia digital dan orang akan kesulitan mencari siapa sih kafir itu? Apakah boleh nikah beda agama? Hal-hal sensitif yang sengaja kami carikan tempat untuk berinteraksi dan berdiskusi pertanyaan dari netizen. Terkadang kami melakukannya secara live, terkadang kami menampung pertanyaan, dan dari hasil konten ini pun kami membuat konten lagi yang akan bergulir sedemikian rupa. Dan pengalaman selama setahun di dunia digital membuat kami juga belajar bagaimana melakukan itu di televisi. Dan ini contohnya. Baru minggu lalu, Mata Najwa PSSI bisa apa? Kita nantang PSSI. Dan bahkan sebelum itu tayang live minggu lalu, sudah trending duluan, karena kami membuat beragam aktivasi yang memungkinkan netizen untuk bisa berkomentar dan memberi masukan apa yang menurut mereka penting kalau kita bicara PSSI. Jadi kami membuat ini misalnya, dan ada banyak sekali yang, maaf digital tapi masih gaptek nih ya. Ini mencet sekali aja ya. Oke, you get the point. Hopefully. Jadi ini memungkinkan untuk mereka berkomentar, dan ketika itu tayang, hasil tayangan Mata Najwa, kami buat konten lagi untuk kami tayangkan di platform digital. Dan efeknya luar biasa besar, sampai pada titik orang yang namanya disebut di Mata Najwa ketika itu, selang 5 hari, akhirnya mundur karena terbukti melakukan match fixing di Komisi Disiplin PSSI. Jadi bagaimana interaksi itu terjadi, bagaimana engagement itu dilakukan, kami belajar itu di digital, kami membawanya ke TV, dan kami buat konten lagi yang beragam, spesifik menjawab berbagai hal yang muncul dari tayangan itu. Karena sesungguhnya teman-teman, satu hal yang paling penting untuk para content creator adalah bagaimana tayangan atau konten yang mereka bikin itu bisa berdampak dan berpengaruh. Dan ada 3 mantra yang kami terapkan di Narasi.tv untuk bisa membuat dampak dan pengaruh, yaitu lewat ini, 3C. Konten, community, dan kolaborasi. Ini mantra di TV digital, mantra di ranah digital, yang kami pelajari dan kami terapkan selama 1 tahun ini. Kolaborasi dengan banyak pihak, content of course is still the key, tetapi community juga penting. Karenanya dalam setahun kami sudah roadshow ke beberapa daerah untuk mengajak bukan hanya orang Jakarta, karena sekali lagi tadi data menunjukkan makin lama makin luas pengaruhnya, bukan hanya di kota-kota besar tapi kota-kota kecil, ada begitu banyak lokal content creator yang bisa diberdayakan dan diajak untuk membuat konten yang menarik. Komunitas mata kita saat ini sudah ada di 34 provinsi, beranggotakan 120.000 orang, dan sudah ada di 20 negara. Komunitas mata kita sekali lagi kami dorong untuk tidak hanya membuat konten, tetapi juga kami ajak mereka melakukan aktivitas yang relevan terhadap daerah mereka. Dengan visi di narasi, toleransi, anti korupsi, dan partisipasi. Komunitas mata kita juga kami ajak untuk terlibat dalam narasi Playfest yang kami lakukan belum lama ini, minggu lalu tepatnya, dan saya ingin menunjukkan teman-teman bagaimana perayaan kolaborasi yang kami lakukan 24 dan 25 November lalu. Ya, itu minggu lalu. Terima kasih. Tempat di mana kami merayakan mantra kami, komunitas, ada begitu banyak komunitas yang terlibat, konten, kita mengajak begitu banyak konten creator untuk berkolaborasi juga, dan tentunya kolaborasi dengan banyak hal, terutama juga dengan brand, karena ada banyak brand di sini, jadi saya mau cerita sedikit soal kolaborasi yang kami lakukan dengan brand. Karena yang ini memiliki cerita yang unik, saya akan sebutkan brandnya, Pantene. Pantene punya kampanye siapa bilang nggak bisa, yang ingin mencari perempuan-perempuan kuat dan hebat untuk menjadi showcase betapa banyak sekali potensi perempuan di negeri ini yang bisa jadi inspirasi bagi yang lain. Pantene bekerja sama dengan narasi.tv untuk mencari perempuan-perempuan di seantero negeri. Kami menggunakan komunitas mata kita yang ada di 34 provinsi. Kita bikin story competition, mereka mengirimkan cerita dari local heroes di daerahnya, dan dari cerita itu kami pilih untuk kami buatkan videonya, seperti ini.
Perempuan tuh nggak boleh engge-engge aja ketika misalnya memang mereka ditendang atau mereka ditampar gitu, sama bahkan sama pacar sendiri.
Kebahagiaannya ya itu apabila kita pada saat kita melakukan rekonsiliasi terus teridentifikasi.
Jika kelak ke depan berbicara tentang perempuan nelayan dan pesisir, tidak lagi berbicara tentang kemiskinan dan keterbelakangan.
Seorang anak jadi yang nggak bisa jadi bisa, anak itu kita harapkan supaya anak itu kedepannya menjadi sukses.
Memang benar saya bekerja di bidang yang lebih banyak didominasi oleh laki-laki. Berat secara fisik, tapi saya happy.
Saya mau jadi doula, saya mau ada di transisi perempuan yang besar. Pada saat dia hamil, melahirkan, pada saat masa postpartumnya.
Timbul gagasan bagaimana ya supaya tomat yang tanamnya juga sulit, biayanya banyak, tapi itu tidak dibuang begitu saja.
Gender equality itu penting. Perempuan dan laki-laki harus setara nih dalam pendidikan.
Kami selalu menempatkan anak-anak di dalam lapas itu guru kami. Makanya di Kapas kami sangat terbuka dengan siapapun.
Menjadi disabilitas itu adalah bukan pilihan. Kita pun juga nggak mau, tapi ini harus yang kita jalani.
Iya, itu konten yang dibuat oleh Narasi TV bekerja sama dengan Pentin dalam kampanye mereka Siapa Bilang Nggak Bisa. Jadi kolaborasi itu kami lakukan dengan banyak pihak dan senang sekali menemukan partner yang cocok, yang punya visi dan misi yang sama, yang percaya konten yang baik itu perlu. Karena kita tahu apapun yang tampil di layar akan melebihi waktu, melampaui generasi, membentuk wajah dan kepribadian negeri. Apapun yang kita create sama-sama ini teman-teman, itu akan berpengaruh bukan hanya pada kita, pada anak cucu kita. Bagaimana mereka berpikir, bagaimana mereka bertindak, bagaimana mereka mengambil pilihan, bagaimana mereka menentukan keberpihakan, itu akan menentukan. Dan riset bilang, mereka mendapatkan informasi paling banyak dari layar. Layar besar, dan sekarang terutama layar kecil. Dan kami di narasi.tv sejak awal berusaha memenuhi tanggung jawab itu. Bukan tanggung jawab yang ringan, tapi kami yakin tidak sendirian, karena kami percaya ada begitu banyak pihak yang juga punya kesadaran untuk memenuhi tanggung jawab itu. Apakah platform Google Indonesia? Apakah teman-teman konten kreator yang lain? Atau teman-teman brand yang juga punya visi dan misi yang sama untuk mempengaruhi wajah dan kepribadian negeri bukan hanya sekarang tapi lapisan waktu yang akan datang. Jadi sekali lagi terima kasih kesempatannya dan terlalu banyak cerita berharga, terlalu banyak cerita baik yang seharusnya bisa kita gandakan sama-sama. Semoga. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Najwa Shihab, for sharing about your journey. And now we'd like to invite Vishal Sarin, Director of YouTube Content Partnership Southeast Asia, on stage.
Hello everyone, selamat sore. Nama saya Vishal Sarin, saya Director untuk YouTube Content Partnerships di Southeast Asia region. It's a really tough fact to follow to come right after Najwa, but I'm here to give a finishing touch on all things YouTube. The previous presenters talked a lot about some fascinating stats on YouTube. 74 million users come to YouTube every single month. That number is growing by 50% year on year. In 2016, we just had 2 channels with above 1 million subscribers. That number is 130 in 2 years, 65x growth in 2 years. It's a growth rate we have not seen in any other part of the world. You know, when I talk about YouTube Indonesia internally, I describe YouTube Indonesia as this rocket ship which took off 2 years ago. It did not happen by chance. It's not coincidental. It was a focused efforts on going deep into Indonesia. We built products. YouTube Go was built keeping Indonesia in mind. It was designed with Indonesia in mind. We started focusing with working with local creators 2 years ago. We invested in country managers in Indonesia and local teams. And when we worked with local creators, a lot of learnings came on the way. 2 learnings to share. Najwa spoke about one, and you all know about this. Content is king. Users come to YouTube every single day to watch great content. Great content engages audiences, and it's the reason why users come back again and again. And content creators like Najwa are a great example of that. Learning number 2, in the world of YouTube content, expect the unexpected. And let me explain what I mean by that. Our content creators at YouTube come from all walks of life. You know, you'll meet students, you'll meet gamers, you'll meet businessmen, there are big media companies. You also have mainstream TV journalists like Najwa. In late 2017, you know, Najwa spoke about a journey when she decided to quit a job and set up her own production house and work with YouTube. She and her team came to us and talked about setting up a channel on YouTube. To be very honest, we were skeptical. Our users are young, millennial. This is serious stuff. This is, you know, political opinions, debates, etc. We were not sure it connects. 3 months later, just 3 months later, we found ourselves giving her an award for 100K subscribers, silver button. It takes 2 years for the average channel to achieve this benchmark. Now, we thought this might be a surging phenomenon. 9 months later, Najwa surpassed 1 million subscribers. This taught us that great content, actually, it can come from anybody. It can come from a mainstream TV journalist, it can come from a student, it can come from a gamer. It permeates across all audience types and across all demographics. Now, enough said. With that, I'd love to call Najwa back on stage to present the Gold Button Award to Najwa for surpassing 1 million subs. And as she comes on stage, Najwa, next year at G4ID, we need to give you the Diamond Button, which is 10 million subscribers. No pressure, no pressure.
Thank you, Najwa, and thank you, Visal. And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the marketers session. Once again, thank you for taking your time of the day to join us at Google for Indonesia 2018. See you next year, ladies and gentlemen.